Hello, this is an interesting game because it reminds me of the Flash games about, those mini games about being a blacksmith, but also you have some combat over here where you send dwarves to fight the weapons you create and some other stuff. Sadly, the game has copyrighted music, but it's a fun song. You can listen to it in another place. Thank you, developers, for sending me a key because I don't think I would have bought the game. Now, the game has a few issues. One of them is that
strike true. Use the hammer to shape the alloy.
One of the issues of the game is that the game...
For finer work, switch to the precise hammer. That'll do. Step away from the anvil. Set the blade in the vat.
Well, I guess I couldn't say anything because the tutorial started.
Grab your weapon. It is done. Arm the...
That's the one we made. Yeah, so you create a weapon and then you basically go and attack something. Battle. But the game is not very complex. One of the issues of the game is that you will probably play the game for about 3 or 4 hours and then you feel like there's nothing left to do. And I guess that's okay because the game is not supposed to be one of those grand strategy games that you play for 10 hours. Just retreat. I have a good chance in the HP.
The beast. The day is over.
Yeah, let's sleep. That was a hard day. So you have a basic gameplay loop, and sadly it doesn't change much. You get new templates and some new stuff to do, but it's more or less the same.
Now add the oars. Align the elements. Rotate the oars to grant the blade its strength.
And that's okay. Have to do it either way.
Melt the oars. Finish the alloy. Feed the furnace with coal. Pump the bellows. Alloys. Set it on the anvil. Pour the steel.
Oh. Now you actually get to do it. So what you see over here, this is what we'll be doing the rest of the game. Fair quality. Oh, thank you, I know what to do. So, yeah, if the developers work more on the game, I think this will be great, but as it is, it's probably going to be just a few hours out of gameplay, maximum. Now, what you see over here, this is the entire game. This is what you'll be looking at most of the time. This is the map where you send the dwarves on the next mission. You get blueprints as rewards and gold and some other stuff. Now, the main issue with the game, I think, is that it doesn't have enough content to sustain itself for more than a few hours. You do have the market where you can buy various rewards. There's sword with attack speed, okay. And the thing that gives attack speed is iron or pit, or yeah, iron ore. One of the issues is that you don't have enough money in the beginning of the game to really do something unique. And one of the other things they don't explain to you is that you have to use multiple ball pieces to hit it up. So let's do the sword, because that's what the daily quest is. Use the ally properties. Attack speed. Attack speed and damage, and then you do that, and then you do that. And then over here you get a bar. You have to go over here. And then to heat up the bar, you just have to put more coal, which will make the weapon much better. So as you can see, we used up all of the heat build, and as you can see, this is hotter. Okay, as you can see, a sword is much easier to make than an axe, mostly because we had the heat on maximum almost. Achievement unlocked. So this is what a great sword looks like. Now sadly, I think the game... Well, I think the developers used some AI artwork or something, because this changes the way it looks when you put it over there, and this is the same. See, it should be a two-handed X icon, but it's only a one-handed X icon. So, yeah. Take this with a bit of salt, a grain of salt. If we give them the weapon, how does this work? I don't know. Okay, let me see where the market is. The sword will stay there, no, don't worry. I never did a daily quest. See, this is a bit annoying, because I don't know how to turn in the quest itself. Okay, let's try that again. Guess I can put sword over here in the crate. Maybe if I put it over here and double click it? Nah, I have no idea how this works. And then after you make the weapon, you can recruit a few dwarves. Or 0 dwarves, because I spent most of the money I had on other stuff. The weapon looks nice over here. He's alone. It should be okay since he has a great weapon. You also just sell the stuff you mine daily and make some profit with that. But I don't recommend you do that. Just sleep when you don't have anything else to do. Reset. Yeah, the tutorial doesn't cover a lot, to be honest. Man, now I have something else to do. Oh, maybe I just overdid it and the quality was excellent and I was supposed to make a fair axe. Okay, a Dwarven war axe that is excellent with +3 damage. Okay, let's try that again today. I guess it's still titanium. Probably shouldn't buy all of that. Dwarven war axe. Now we have the gladius sword as well. As you can see, they have different types of damage and other difficulties. We have a lot of, well... needs to be of excellent quality. So again, I think the game loop is not that bad, but they just need to add more of it. Not very clear when you have enough. There's such a thing as perfect quality, I don't know. So yeah, and from now on it will basically be the same thing over and over. This has... I guess it has a slightly different icon. I don't know why they went for the broken part over there. Yeah, okay. And this is excellent, that has +3 damage, right? Oh, it doesn't have the +3 damage enchantment, but why? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think it matters that much. This is the dragon that you have to defeat. Why not? Let's sleep today. Good sword. So how does it get the enchantment? Do I have to rotate it a different way? Huh. You know what? Let's complete one of these daily quests. Apparently this will be my main mission right now. Do a daily quest. Fair great axe. This is our daily job, I guess. 20% crit damage. This silver and tin will have to do the job. Wait, what was the weapon I'm supposed to do? A great axe. Okay, now we lock it in. So it only needs to be fair quality. I guess makes it hard to understand how much it adds to it. Maybe you just make it fair and then we leave it as it is. Okay. Great axe of fair quality with 20% crit damage. Okay, so that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to be very, very careful to Oh, that took a long time to understand. You're supposed to be very careful of the details. Okay. Let's sleep. Let's recruit another dwarf. And today we're going to do another thing of those daily stuff. This idea is that you unlock more stuff and then you make better weapons. This is weapon will make for combat. I should just make an attack speed sword. I forgot you can only... What happens if you don't match them? Then you don't look... Hey, the bar didn't arrive. It also looks like there's no point in making it too good. Close, I guess that's enough. Also like how we basically ruined that other sword by making it mediocre. Okay. We barely made it excellent with the final hammer hit. And this is basically the entire game, sadly. Well, oh, that's actually nice. So let's sell the fair weapon. Execute another dwarf with 8 critical chance. Like that. Okay, let's embark. And so a weapon with a lot of speed. I guess the sword will be enough. Now sadly they need to rest. Here we get gold, we get some other stuff. You can only fight once per day, so that's why you have to rest almost daily. And again, we repeat the process and we're having fun. I don't know, like I said, it's good for a few hours. You probably will do this before you go to work or something else. And I guess every day you have to forge either for profit or for equipment. And it's probably better to just forge cheap weapons, to be completely honest. I have tin and titanium. Let's only use 2 pieces of coal. Seems like it's enough to make it glow hot like that. Now, if I understand this correctly, this will just allow you more hammer hits, which is necessary for the more complex items, but for the poor items it's not that bad. You can get probably a... What? Why it didn't go... I guess you still need a little bit of practice with the sword system. That's good. That's excellent, and this is more or less the same thing, except for the attack speed, okay. So let's recruit another dwarf, and then we can basically have our team ready. Oh wow, that's not a lot. I guess you just have to level them up by slowly doing these missions. Embark. That's the better. Flash damage, charging attack. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. So the guy who can do a lot of critical hits will get a very fast weapon. A lot of damage. Yeah, well, I guess it doesn't really matter that much. This is a full dwarf squad. We might still lose him. Timberwolf template. Let's just sleep and do another mission. So you can see more of the templates and the other stuff, and then I'll end the video. It's pretty good for what it is, but it's not enough to maintain interest for a long time. Especially because the gameplay itself is shallow and you have to do the same thing every 1 minute or so. Also dropped nice loot. Not sure what the Russians do. Did they heal? Crucible power template. Oh, I guess you'll be able to build some ultimate weapon or something like that. Vengeful pork, warrior pork, rending rat. That's an interesting one also. Yeah, I guess it's up to everyone if they want to play the game or not, but it's interesting and it's kind of fun in the beginning. I think this is why I make the crucibles or some other stuff. Definitely has a few secrets to it. See you next time. Bye bye.